Welcome to Yorman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Mountaineers offense will get the first swing of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And the crowd starting to rise up on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Runs through a tackle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Tulane right back to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Hines is back in the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch. Offense gets set for 2nd down. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignment's played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present?
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first. your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
To the air on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
He needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Smith wants to throw. He's got it. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. And once he got loose, it was all over.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hawks have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And the Mountaineers have their offense in high gear. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Nice move to keep moving. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense to understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big bot.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, West Virginia. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10 to 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Tulane right back to the line. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
A loss of 9 on the play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. On the run, it's Woods. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Off play action. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Oh, it's a fake. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to the sticks? And the return team was not on high alert, and they pay for it. The fake picks up the 1st down. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. The freshman just a little too much on that. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now.
He unleashes a long one. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Banks. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. 1st down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws for the tight end. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Smith dropping to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And to get rid of it quickly. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The pitch. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half.
17, Tulane, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Tulane right back to the line. Muscling ahead on third and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Smith wants to throw. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Oh, he left him grabbing. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory. Gets 15 and a first down. Offense with a fresh set of downs. And off from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. this offense gets into plus territory, they're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there. On the move, he fires. Got his man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
West Virginia, 24, Tulane, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop form and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Tulane right back to the line. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. A nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's second down. Shakes off the defender. At the 35, he's loose. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. The Mountaineers are marching down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Line getting set on second down. Goes to the option. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Man, that's the play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Tulane 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there to still a little ground covered and pick up the first. Smith wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play.
Makes the grab on the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Tulane right back to the line. Keeps it on the bootleg. Trying to get to it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
West Virginia, 38. Tulane, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, they sometimes hit you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice maybe next week.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Smith dropping to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Brought down on the punt at the 35-yard line. 3rd down coming.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Iowa State Cyclones taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cyclones will kick it away first. On the move from inside is 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arkansas State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
On the move, it's Renfro. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. The Red Wolves want to move quickly. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They want to get this defense on its heels. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. It's caught. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The play action fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense getting set for first down. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Red Bulls have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. This offense has a second down play. Off the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Red Bulls trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like it.
Can anyone catch him? And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. The Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on second down. The back goes in motion. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. A third and long coming up here. Run the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Second down coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle.
And he's running in the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Wolves! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Our coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now the play fake. Takes a shot. Makes the grab. And ain't knocking down, but he got past the line to gain. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a host, and he's seen that thing in there. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And what a nice job seeing what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Hold on just a second. Flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Bounced off his feet.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And this one's And this one splits the uprights. After putting three on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Looking to go up top on first down. And they got him for the sack. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Coming after it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Renfro.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nothing but green ahead. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Now on the return. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found the little running room and put his team in great position. And the Red Wolves will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4 downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the ground with the back. To the ground with the back. Snowed under by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. How about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down, and shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
The Cyclones are on the move. They go to the counter. They go to the counter. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Gets open down the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. They'll go to the ground. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Iowa State. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10. Here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out.
And it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's got room. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And the punishment has been extended.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arkansas State, 42.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. He looks that one in nicely. Oh, it's out. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first kick here late in the game. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And the pummeling has started. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. 1st down here for the offense. They'll run the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Looking to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got 12 trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Give to the back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen his speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have...
Touchdown, Red Wolves! And the route...
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up. You know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had... Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget. And he intercepts it. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. Excellent field position here for the offense. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Leaves it with the running back. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unleashes to the end zone. Picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Here comes the offense on first down. He's gonna pass. He's gonna pass. Lets it fly. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
As the head coach of this team, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to... We've seen that today. We've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Quickly complete. Nice pitch and catch. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Hands it off. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's got it again. Discards a man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain climb. Here's the return from inside his 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Dave. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or then just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Shows him the stiff arm. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And the defense down in this game. They just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The give to the back. The give to the back. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were...
On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on the Memphis Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll toss it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They believe they can run right here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's
all kinds of running room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Army Black Knights offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Got a lot of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He has the first and still on his feet. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Shakes off the tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the running game got nothing on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see if they try the air on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Feeling some heat. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. On the move at the 30. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. On the option. Quick toss. Quick toss. Hard running there. Hard running there.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
They go to the ground. They go to the ground. The Tigers will keep this drive going.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. Wow, I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Tigers will try to move the chains on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Army has it back in the offense, ready to go.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right? Try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses. Just poor execution. Not a good job understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside or bounce outside. You want to take that thing inside. So the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got it there pretty quick.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is ready to give them a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Holds it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Memphis.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll make the stop, and we we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit. On the punt return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Running back searching for a hole. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Memphis wants to move quickly. Fights off the defender. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with a team. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Makes his man miss.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll run the option. Nice, solid 4th tackle for this sophomore. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Running back goes in motion. The give to the fullback. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Allen. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Army! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Willen. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but Dave, you've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football. Put a nice drive together and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
He lets one fly deep. And it's a field goal after that huge gain. Running to Green. And the defense got it. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
The officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. White wants to throw it. He's right on target. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it past the mark. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. On first and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Quarterback checking the play. Makes the grab on the left. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Memphis, 24.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
To the air, it's Allen. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Howard. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, wants to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Woolach. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Just something very easy, very reliable, flipping forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
White going to attack through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to get time, at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Pocket starts to Sent it downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner.
It's brought down.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will.
And then defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
As a defensive guy, you're always zoomed in on. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for a block. It's Woolen. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that. First down here for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Buys a little time. Got enough space. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line. But man, are they in business now. Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting there on the way.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme away.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Now on the option. Now the toss. Turns it on in midfield. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Here they come first and 10 from the 48. The option look. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play.
He's loose. Smashes ahead. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Allen. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. On the option. Got room at the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Goes to the option. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. After run, now throw. On the run, still looking. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick. He fakes it. He's going to throw it. Fires to the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Trying to get to it. And then pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt.
And this defense is smelling blood. Like they know they got him right where they want him. Got him at 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play? I mean, we've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, give on the inside. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. Coverage team does a good job. Touches it dead. No return on this. Offense set on first down. To the air, it's Allen. Got his man quicker. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a man by himself. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Army! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field, score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. At the 45 on his way. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. How about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Gets it to the back. Gets it to the back. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Everything going the offense's way. Trying to ice this game late and got a really nice lead. So you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back his arm. He goes back on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Allen. It's complete to the left.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback will take